now listening to the Backseat Wrestler Podcast.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out!
Hosted by Eric and Elvis.
It's LA Knight's game. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the number one wrestling podcast in the world, the Backseat Wrestler Podcast. We are back better than ever, of course, ready to bring you more wrestling news in turn to WWE and AEW. Of course, your host, Eric and Elvis. This week wrestling was...
It was good. I liked it.
Is it?
I thought it was good.
I thought it was pretty cool.
What else?
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, Collision was bad, like always. Yeah, Collision was really bad this week, actually.
And it sucks because they're coming here like in a month or two, and I'm really hoping they step it up because the tickets are actually cheaper now. I was checking, but
yeah, it was
really cheap. First, it was like in the second, like middle rows too, for like $40-something. But it's just the show's so bad. I wouldn't even waste $40-something.
Yeah. I was just about to say, like, I'm hoping that they advertise some good matches for that, because if not, I'm not going, because it's just like...
Yeah, I'll even the week of, there could be some seats left. I'll just check. But
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
That's just annoying.
But yeah, back, of course, and not in person, because I'm tired. Just came back from vacation, so I had to freaking relax.
Yeah, I was up late watching the Canelo fight and then UFC at the Sphere. Both were pretty good.
That was terrible. O'Malley fight was awful.
Yeah,
just boring his neck.
But he got ragdolled.
No, he did.
That dude, and then but shout out to Edgar Berlanga. He lasted all 12 rounds with Canelo. They thought he was gonna get knocked out in 4. He stood toe to toe all 12 rounds.
He looked pretty good, especially in the last
round. He's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a problem to some other people.
Yeah, once he gets older, but we'll see. But yeah, in terms of wrestling, any top stories that you may have? Because I don't really have much, except for like one, obviously the big one.
I mean, it wasn't really a big one, but yeah, Raw's gonna be moving to 2 hours starting October 7th, when they're still on USA until the Netflix move, and then on Netflix they're still deciding between a 3-hour show or a 2-hour commercial-free show, I believe.
Yeah, I know, but I'm pretty sure like they already confirmed that Netflix is going to run commercials for it. So they might go back to 3 hours at that point. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I like the 2 hours. 2 hours is perfect. This is honestly great.
I mean, at times I like the 3 hours. More wrestling was fun, but sometimes it was ending too late.
No,
like if they had an earlier start time, like a 7 to 10, it probably would have been.
No, I think it's more so like you know, quality over quantity. It's like the always
you see
thing.
less throwaway matches.
Yeah, everything like would make sense and everything would actually be important to each storyline instead of just being like a throwaway match here and there that nobody really cares about.
The only thing is if there's like a long promo, for example, the Bloodline segments on SmackDown, they take so damn long that like you only have like an hour of wrestling or less because all the damn segments with the Bloodline. That's the only thing.
No, exactly. The whole like Bloodline thing on SmackDown, like that was like an hour of the show, like in total. Like if you add up everything, it was like a whole hour. It was insane.
Yeah, I got tons of notes for Raw and then only a little bit for SmackDown.
Well, like I said, it was a whole hour of it was just dedicated to the Bloodline storyline, which I'm fine with. It was fun. It was nice.
It was good. Yeah, it was a good good couple of shows. Dynamite was good. Raw, SmackDown were good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can definitely get directly into freaking Oh, sorry about that. We can definitely get directly into Raw because why the heck not? Raw did open up with an 8-man street fight between the White Six and American Made. Pretty fun match. Of course, I like that we got to see more of the White Six, especially because like they're usually on last match of the night and they're only like 15 minutes. This was pretty fun opener, and of course, White Six did pick up the win as he should. Shouldn't really be picking up any losses any time soon, but. Yeah, hopefully that's the end of that rivalry, and they can move on to something new.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see more Uncle Howdy wrestling because it wasn't him wrestling again.
Yeah. Well, he did have his one match. He looked pretty good in there. I mean, Bo Dallas is a good wrestler. It's just more so that Bo Lee freaking thing was. There's only so far that he can go with that freaking character that he had.
I mean, that shit was so stupid. I remember he went up to like. I can't remember if it was like Brock Lesnar or somebody when they were like hurt, and he was saying, "It's okay, big man. You just need a." I can't remember if it was Lesnar or somebody else, he was saying if it's okay if you just both leave, but then he got like F5 to hell out. I'm pretty sure it was him, but I'm not 100% sure. Could have been somebody else.
Yeah. No, I don't remember that, unfortunately. I remember like the B team and all that stuff that he was part of that was terrible. Yeah, anyways, moving on. Yeah, we also had a Finn Balor promo. This is actually pretty cool. Calling out Priest to a one-on-one at Bad Blood. Judgment Day, of course, came out and attacked Damian Priest, with Rhea Ripley coming out for the save. But of course, they both get taken out by crutches.
They got their ass like they got beat up. Damian Priest even tried to save Rhea by laying on top of her, but yeah, they got demolished with the crutches.
Yeah, exactly. Because Rhea's still like technically hurt. So yeah.
And then Jey Uso finally came out at the end. After waiting for them to get pounded by the crutches, he came out.
Came out to save him. That was pretty funny though. Yeah, he was just like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let my music hit,
yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid, but whatever, it's fine. But yeah, of course, I like this. It finally sets up Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. Super excited about that match. That match should be freaking fire. I don't know. I feel like they should run it back a couple of times just because, like, what else are they gonna do with them in the meantime? So I'm hoping that Finn gets the first win. To be honest,
I'm excited about this Bad Blood pay-per-view coming up. I mean, we'll get into it, but like some of the matches announced for are like pretty fire.
Yeah, no, this is good matches.
And then this rivalry, I think this can be obviously more than one. I mean, he cost them a couple of title up. I mean, it's got to be more than one. One match, for sure. Probably.
Couple, like 2-3 maybe, like 2-3 matches. I think would be good.
Unless he comes up with unless he does this match and then they come up with like teammates for like a Survivor Series match with Judgment Day versus Priest, Rhea, then a couple other, maybe Jey Uso.
Yeah, Jay's gonna get thrown.
But at the same time, I want Jey in the Bloodline story, so we don't know.
Yeah, I get that. I think they're waiting for Jimmy to come back. I'm not sure when the heck he's gonna come back. Yeah. It's taking forever. Every single week, I'm like, oh, this is the week Jimmy comes back, and he doesn't.
I theyght it was for sure on Friday.
Yeah, me too. I personally thought it was gonna be when he came back, but I guess not.
And no Paul Heyman.
Yeah, Paul Heyman hasn't returned yet.
No Charlotte.
Yeah, we haven't seen Charlotte yet either. Yeah, I think she's definitely going to be on SmackDown too, for sure. I don't really think they need her on Raw. But anyways, moving on, we had the Women's Tag Team Championship match between Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, defeating Isla Dawn and Albert Fire, because, of course, there's only 3 women's tag teams in WWE, apparently. When it's not these two, it's Damage Control. So
that's why I was shaking my head. I'm like, we've seen this match a million times already.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't care. I don't care about this match.
Now next for the titles. Yeah, next for the titles is probably most likely Damage Control.
Damage Control. Yeah, exactly.
So stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. Moving on. Funny part of the night. Bret Hart came out for a promo. It's always nice to see Bret, even though he's like known as like the old man who just complains about wrestling now.
Oh, he doesn't like anybody.
He doesn't like anyone. He just complains and says he's the best that ever was. Like he takes it to heart. It's like, bro, chill. Anyways, yeah, Bret Hart promo. Of course, we're not saying that he's not one of the GOATs, because he is. Dude's a freaking amazing, great wrestler. But you know, he's an old man who cries about wrestling now. So yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. But anyways, like a lot of people. Doesn't even like Triple H.
Bret Hart promo interrupted by Gunther. Gunther comes out to the crowd, booing him hilariously, saying that, oh, like, Bret, you're always going to be my second favorite behind Bill Goldberg. And I feel like that hurt Gunther more than it hurt Bret, because Bret was laughing.
I mean, nobody looks up to Gunther.
Yeah, not Gunther. Goldberg. I mean,
sorry, nobody looks up to Goldberg. Sorry.
Yeah. And there's been multiple times where like Gunther has said in like interviews, which made it even funnier, that like that style of wrestling is terrible. Like the Goldberg like style of wrestling is awful. He hates it. So it's mad funny for him to be like, oh, like he's my favorite wrestler of all time. In front of Bret Hart's face.
It was just a cheap pop, cheap heat.
Yeah, exactly. Because obviously, for people who don't know, Goldberg ended Bret Hart's career by basically botching a super kick to the head to kind of like snapped his neck and gave him a concussion. But anyways, moving on. Sami Zayn came out for a world title rematch. Well, not rematch, but technically a rematch. They had the rivalry.
World title shot. Yeah,
world title shot. Match. Of course, Gunther's like, no. And they just start freaking brawling. Yeah, so obviously that match is happening. I'm fine with it. Honestly, it's whatever. Just have it be like a one match type thing, and then Gunther can move on. He gets his win back, and then he can move on to bigger and better things. At this point, Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say at this point, I don't really see. Unfortunately, I don't see Sammy as a world champion. He had all the hype behind him during like the Bloodline storyline. If he won there, that would have been okay. But right now, I don't see him winning. I don't think he should win. Gunther should hold on to this title for a year plus. Just be as dominant as possible. Yeah. So
I want to see some. I wanted to see some good feuds like in between. Like that's what I was gonna say. But yeah, Gunther has to hold on to the titles.
Yeah, no, this is literally just to get his win back, and then that way he looks even stronger than usual. So that's fine. After that, we had Dirty Dom defeating Dragon Lee. Fun little match there. It's Dirty Dom. Who the heck isn't gonna like Dirty Dom? Of course, good win. Not much to say there. We had Natalia, Laura Valkyria, and Zelina Vega defeating Pure Fusion Collective, which is the dumbest freaking name ever, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. That
Stupid
sounds
ass name.
Science experiment. It sounds like a science experiment.
Also, losing immediately is kind of insane. Not immediately, but they're kind of new. Just losing straight off the bat is kind of crazy. So yeah, they lost.
Yeah.
Not really much to say there. I'm not interested in that storyline either. We had a Drew McIntyre promo, brags about taking out CM Punk. Warren's very bad about getting in his way, which is funny as hell.
Yeah, because they're friends.
Yeah. Adam Pearce makes CM Punk and Drew McIntyre 3 at Bad Blood and Hell in a Cell, which I'm super freaking excited for.
That announcement got a big pop, yo.
Adam Pearce, he's just electric on the freaking mic. He was going off. It was cool. But yeah, I'm super excited for that match. That match is gonna be a banger. I'm pretty sure Adam Pearce used the words like, "I thought it was over. Everybody thought it was over after the strap match. You had to take it. So this is going to be the one and only match that's going to happen now. There's going to be the final match between you guys. You guys are going to settle in Hell in a Cell."
Everybody thought it was over. No, it's not. It was 1-1.
Nobody thought it was over.
Knew it wasn't over.
Exactly. Yeah, for real. That was not over. that we were saying it's like after CM Punk said it's over. It's like, no, it's not. It's not over. Yeah. You guys are going to have one more match.
And it's true what McIntyre said. Like, I pinned you, and then the next match I lost by you touching the four corners. It wasn't even. It was a strap match. That's all he really did. He like, come on.
Yeah. I love Drew McIntyre. He's so funny. But anyway, yeah, Drew McIntyre, I think in a recent interview too, he said he's like, "Oh, like people don't like me like because I tell the truth," which is like, it's true. Like his heel turn was literally just him getting back at people who turned on him. So it's like, how the heck is that a heel turn? Like the people who were heels, now they're faces. He's still mad at them. It makes sense.
He's funny as hell on Instagram.
Nah, he is. Like I think Drew McIntyre is the most logical freaking wrestler out there. Like he
one of the most
common sense. Like, oh, like just because you're good now doesn't mean we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you freaking betrayed me, backstabbed me a few months ago. Oh, you're a good guy now. I can't do nothing to you. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense. So like Drew McIntyre is literally just the common sense wrestler. That's what I truly believe that. But yeah, we also had Rey Mysterio defeating Finn Balor by disqualification. No, it was a fun little match. After Finn injured Rey and ignored the ref 5 count, obviously they're just doing this to make
him up.
Yeah, they're just doing this to make Finn look strong. Obviously, looking strong. Obviously, building him up for that Drew McIntyre match. Not Drew McIntyre. I'm sorry, for that Damian Priest match. That's going to happen at Bad Blood. Fine with it. It's cool. Whatever. We also had the final match. Was the main event? Was a Fatal 4-Way IC title #1 contender match between Ilya, Braun Strowman, Pete Dunne, and Jey Uso. This was a great banger of a match, back and forth.
Yes.
Braun Strowman took out. I'm sorry, Bronson Reed. My mistake. I don't know what I said. Bronson Reed took out Braun Strowman.
Died them onto the announce table.
Yeah,
he died them onto the announce table,
which is great because it keeps Bronson Reed strong. I'm happy with that, especially because like the way they're building him up. I love the way they're building him up. He didn't need to win this. He just needs to wait for Seth. Maybe beat Seth, go after a world title after. That'd be freaking amazing if they do that. But yeah, Jey Uso picked up the win. I thought it was fine. That's a great match. Everybody wants to see that match. They kind of teased it a couple weeks back too. So yeah, Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso is now going to be the match at. Did they say it's at Bad Blood or is it just gonna be next week? Because they usually do these freaking matches like on a random like Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I'd actually don't. It should be at Bad Blood, but I'm actually not 100% sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like next week on Raw. But anyways.
Yeah, I hate when they do that.
Yeah. Fun match. Jey Uso picks up the win as he should. His dude's like selling out merch.
I forgot. Right. Did he pin Ilya? I don't even remember. I hope he didn't because they're kind of like not building up Ilya.
I think he pinned Pete Dunne. I'm pretty sure he pinned Pete Dunne. I'm pretty sure Ilya was about to win, and then obviously Jey Uso came in for the win.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun match. Happy about that. That was the main event. that was basically it for Raw. Raw was pretty stacked in terms of like little fun matches here and there, a couple of cool promos, but yeah, that main event was actually pretty fire. I have to say that was a really good freaking main event.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, that was basically it for Raw. Of course, we can definitely get into SmackDown now. All right, let's get into WWE SmackDown, which does have a brand new freaking Titantron, brand new logo, brand new opener. I actually like it a lot. Like the new logo's fire. I gotta admit.
Oh yeah, a lot of people were a couple people were hating on it, but there's always gonna be hates. I thought it was pretty fire. It's kind of a mixture of like the old one.
Yeah, an old
with
one
a little
with
bit of
with the
style.
new one. Yeah, it's cool.
And and then the music was like Megan Thee Stallion, which
yeah,
I don't know about that. I mean, there was like a commercial break and they started playing like the old school SmackDown theme from like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
that shit was fire.
It was fire.
They need to bring that one back.
Yeah, the match cards were pretty cool too. Like whenever they were showing like the match card pull up thing, that was pretty cool. That was really
fire.
Cool.
And then I heard they're trying to bring back that fist. Remember from the old school SmackDown?
I'm pretty sure I heard that it was confirmed that they're gonna bring it back.
Yo, I can't wait. That's
gonna be nice. Yeah,
they're probably just waiting for Raw to move. They're probably waiting for the Raw move at the end of the year. Then they'll probably do it, maybe.
Yeah. This SmackDown was fire though. It was the first SmackDown on USA. They officially moved over, of course, so we already knew this was gonna be a banger. Of course, as we said before, where the hell is Jimmy Uso? There's so many reports that he got cleared. So many reports that he was potentially going to debut back on SmackDown this week. He did not. What the hell happened? I have no freaking clue. I just know I'm upset about it because I'm waiting for Jimmy. His pop is gonna be crazy. And
exactly.
He's helping Roman. He's definitely helping Roman. Obviously, he has a problem with Solo. So Solo's the one that took him out with the rest of course, Bloodline 2.0.
Well, yeah, we can get into like the Bloodline situation right away because it was the first match.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, undisputed WWE Championship match, steel cage match to open up the show, which was pretty fire, between Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. This was a banger of a match. Honestly, it was pretty fun. I liked it a lot. Of course, the typical jumping off of the cage, throwing each other into the cage, crawling to get out of the freaking door. Fun little match. Cody Rhodes hits Crossroads for the win. Of course, once that's cool and everything, like he's good, he wins. The rest of the Bloodline come out, try to attack him, and he gets saved by none other than Roman freaking Reigns. Roman Reigns is there, obviously, beats the crap out of them. The way he does it too is cool. He like walks into the cage, closes the door behind him to make sure nobody can escape. Yeah, and he starts beating up on the Tongas and beating up on
Well, Solo escaped, and then Jacob Fatu escaped. And then he went back into the ring to face Roman, but then Solo dragged him out.
Yeah, people are going crazy. I think it's pretty
cool how they're showing like Jacob Fatu, like he ain't afraid of nobody. That could be a future banger of a match right there.
Yeah. No, because Roman was calling for Jacob Fatu to come into the ring. So he came into the ring.
I mean,
crowd went
if
crazy.
I'm being honest, I'm more excited for Roman versus Jacob Fatu than Roman versus Solo.
Oh, I am too. Like I honestly see Solo as no competition to Roman Reigns. I see Jacob Fatu as competition.
Yeah. I get the storyline, but in terms of match quality, like just pure wrestling, Jacob Fatu is a different animal than Solo.
For real. No, he is. He's way better than Solo. But then again, Solo's still like sort of new, so it makes sense. I mean, Jacob Fatu has been doing this for a while now, so it makes sense. But I'm more excited for the Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. You're right, because honestly, with the whole like Solo being the tribal chief and all that stuff, I don't even freaking believe in that at all. Because
a lot of people don't even know that Solo's he hasn't been wrestling for that long. Like he got to WWE a lot faster, but it was Jacob Fatu's been on the independents for a while, just dominated.
Yeah, that's why he's so much better in the wrestling realm. So that's why I'm saying people are more excited for that match.
And I think he's just naturally like mad athletic too. So it's like
dude could do backflips and stuff, and he's probably I think now he's in the best shape of his career. So imagine the match with Roman, that's gonna be a banger.
I mean, he was big on the independents, still doing all that crazy stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, they teased it. Solo took it away from us. Crowd was booing. Later on in the night, which we can also get into, Roman Reigns finally cuts a freaking promo, saying that don't make no mistake, he is the tribal chief, not Solo. Crowd was going off saying
and he didn't need Cody because Cody, earlier in the night, Cody turned down an offer to team up with Roman. So during the promo, he was like, I don't need Cody Rhodes. This is bloodline business. This is family business.
Yeah. He said, like, this is still my ring, my WWE, my family.
Yes.
Of course, Cody comes out, to boos. He's a
a lot of people are booing him because he was going against Roman.
He was going against Roman. He was like, well, this was your WWE, and people started booing it. I don't know. I feel like the Cody Rhodes thing is not hidden right now. Like his title reign, but honestly, it's not all his fault. Like, dude's still putting on banger matches. It's more so like his rivals have not been that good.
I mean, think about it. It's because everything's predictable. You know, what did The Rock say when he leaves? When he come back, he's coming for Cody.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not gonna make Cody lose until The Rock comes. Like, I think it's pretty obvious. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
If they never did that, I think if The Rock would have just lost and then be gone, he could have made a surprise return instead of just already
announcing
saying,
it
I'm coming back.
before.
Yeah, if they didn't announce it, then it could have been like the rivalries are more interesting because you don't know if Cody's gonna win.
Yeah,
like I think they should have never actually did that segment the day after WrestleMania. I don't think they should have did that.
Yeah, I
kind of ruined this title reign almost by like saying, "Oh, he's gonna win every match until then." So it's like it kind of ruined. It's not like really his fault.
Yeah, I mean, like Rock did say, like, "Hey, it's with or without the title, I'm coming after you." But everybody knows it's gonna be for the freaking title. Like, come on now.
Yeah, there's no way unless it involves Roman or something. It's not gonna be anybody else.
Yeah, no, for sure. But of course, the Bloodline 2.0 come out, try to attack Roman and Cody. Of course, they help each other out, and then they end up signing the contracts for the tag team match. They both look pretty pissed off that they were signing it though, because obviously they still have heat between each other. So that match is official. Tag team match, it looks like, between Cody and Roman Reigns versus Bloodline 2.0. Is it Solo and Jacob Fatu, or is it just going to be the Tongas? I forgot.
It's not the Tongas. It is no. Remember Solo said that he challenged him with Jacob
Solo. My mistake.
So they actually at least making Solo look like he's the one that made the challenge. But I don't know. I'm not really too excited. I don't know. I kind of get why they're doing it. They obviously both have beef with the bloodline. But like I think it would have been good for Cody to be finished with the bloodline right there. Like you remember he said it like I'm done with the bloodline for now. I feel like they should have did like Jimmy Uso. Like I said, Jimmy
Uso would have been nice to tag
team.
He's
the one that got taken out by Solo. That's what I'm saying. It would have been good for him.
Well,
could have been somebody else.
Well, that's another thing too, where like they said, remember, like you said, Cody like declined. He was like, "I'm not doing this." That just made me believe even more. Oh, Jimmy's coming back. He's gonna help his cousin. He's gonna help Roman.
100%. Yes.
Yeah. So I thought it was gonna be like Roman cutting his promo. Bloodline comes out, beats the crap out of him. Jimmy Uso's music hits, helps him out, signs a contract. It's now Jimmy and Roman versus thing. I would have loved that a million times better, but they didn't do that.
Hell yeah.
They didn't do it. They decided to go the route with Cody, which I don't really care about that. I mean, it's still Jimmy, a banger. It's gonna be a banger for a match, but I don't really care about it as much as I would Jimmy and Roman versus the rest.
Only
of the
thing I could think of is like Jimmy. He's cleared, but like he needs a little more time. I don't know to prepare. I don't know.
I guess we're gonna have to wait.
I'm not really too excited for this main event. I'm more excited about the Drew and CM Punk 3.
Yeah. No, I'm happy because we finally get to see Roman fight again. It's been a while.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but obviously, but
yeah. But anyways, moving on from that, of course, super excited about that tag team match. I am. He's not, but I am. Not as excited if it was Jimmy, but you know what I mean. We also had Michin defeating Piper Niven, but of course, Michin got laid out afterwards. Whatever.
That's basically
yeah. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens defeating A-Town Down Under. I don't know what the hell they're doing with Randy. I was hoping he was going to turn heel this week, but he didn't.
I mean, I think they're going to build them as like they're becoming friends again, and then do the heel turn. I think that's what they're doing.
It's so stupid if they do that, though. It's just like you're just repeating the same thing you did the past couple of weeks or past couple months, honestly. And then now he's going to turn on him. Like you could have very easily had Cody say no to the whole Bloodline storyline. Gets freaking gets turned on by Randy this week. Jimmy returns. It would have made for a much better show, honestly, if they did that.
More memorable, yeah.
Yeah.
Did the heel
like
turn.
Randy turning on Cody and then Jimmy returning to help Roman would have been a million times better.
Yeah. The way it looks though, it looks like they're gonna because remember he was out for a few weeks, so he kind of made a little return.
Yeah.
Had the match. They're probably just gonna build that into he's gonna turn on Kevin Owens soon, which I'm hoping for.
I don't know. It's annoying. I feel like they're just doing rinse repeat.
Yeah. Unless they go the route of Kevin Owens turning on Randy, because remember Kevin Owens is a good heel too, but
I would rather Randy. Yeah, heel Randy going after the title. Rather, That's what I want.
Yeah,
because the story here is not Randy turning on Kevin Owens. I don't care about that. The story is Randy turning on Cody, and then having that rivalry there with like the legacy background and all that stuff would have been cool. But I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for that. We also had Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi and Bayley. Nia Jax made the match. My mistake. Between Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi versus Bayley, and winner versus Nia Jax at Bad Blood.
I don't get it. How the fuck? That's what I was gonna ask. Like, how the hell do the winners face Nia Jax at Bad Blood? Like, are they both gonna face her? Like, I don't get what that even meant, but that's what they said.
Yeah. Well, winner faces. I'm pretty sure it's just one winner.
Whoever pins.
Like whoever wins.
It's a tag team match.
I don't know.
It's a tag team. I thought they were gonna do. I thought she was gonna say Naomi versus Bayley, but no, she said Naomi and Bayley versus Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax for next week. That's what I said.
Oh, I don't know.
Makes absolutely no sense.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't paying attention to this thing. This was.
I think I wrote it down wrong, but that's what they said. It's a tag team match, and then the winner faces that. I don't get it. Like, how the hell? So if Nia Jax and Tiffany win, is Tiffany gonna get the title shot? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
And then if they win, who the hell's gonna get the title shot? The one who pins? Like, I honestly don't. I didn't understand that. I thought it made no sense. I thought they should have just been like, all right, you have to face her. Whoever wins faces me, which obviously would have made way more sense.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm just waiting for the eventual Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax turning on each other, and then of course cashing in that title, cashing in Money in the Bank. That's all I'm waiting for. Until they start building that up a little bit more, I'm not going to be as interested in this rivalry. Honestly, I can't wait for Tiff to win that freaking title, but we'll see. I hope that she makes the strap pink. By the way, for the freaking tag title for the world title, that'd be hilarious. But anyways, we also had, and this was just the last thing that happened on SmackDown. It wasn't the main event, but basically was.
Fire. This was fire.
Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade Part 5, because they just been facing each other week in and week out. But as we said, this is one of those freaking matches where it's fun. I'm liking this rivalry. I'm liking them going back and forth.
They were tied 2-2.
Yeah. So the winner, of course. The winner, it seemed like, because this is what they've been building up, will face LA Knight for the U.S. title. This match was a freaking banger. Andrade picked up the win, which is fine, because, of course, Carmelo Hayes is still relatively, new, quote-unquote, where Andrade just made his return. He kind of deserves a title shot. So, yeah, Andrade wins. LA Knight says he's next for the U.S. title match, so that match is going to be pretty fun. I still got LA Knight winning.
Yeah,
I don't think
I got LA Knight winning. But I like how they're building up Andrade. He just won that series out of 5 matches.
Yeah.
And he looked like a beast in all of them. So even if he loses, I hope they do something with him and give him a more of a push. Because remember, just like a month and a half, 2 months ago, he was with that speed thing. He wasn't on TV.
That speed thing.
I'm glad he got this 5-match series, which was awesome. All these matches were fire.
Yeah.
Now he gets LA Knight. I don't want LA Knight to lose, so that's the only thing. I'm going for LA Knight. But then I hope they do something else with Andrade after, because he obviously shows what he could do in the ring. I thought was pretty fire.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun matches back and forth. And Carmelo Hayes too. Carmelo Hayes looked freaking fantastic on there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the L doesn't do nothing for him, it just helps him.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was basically it for SmackDown. SmackDown this week was pretty fun, I guess. I mean, like I said, it was like a whole
short.
Yeah, like an hour and 20 minutes it must have been, was like all just bloodline, and then the rest was just kind of thrown in there. But yeah, it was fun little match between the Carmelo and Andrade. That was a banger. But other than that, pretty cool. It was cool. I guess I give it 4 matches, but still, it kind of just felt like they were all bunched in around the whole bloodline thing. But yeah, fun match, great week of wrestling for WWE. I think. Of course, we can definitely get into AEW in a bit. But yeah, is there anything else you want to add to WWE at all? By the way, when the hell is Bad Blood? Is that next month?
It's October, yeah.
Yeah, so next month. All right, cool. So at least we have a couple weeks.
Anything to add? Please come back. Jimmy, Paul Heyman, and Charlotte. Charlotte helps the women's division, even though I don't want to win the title again, but because she won it so many times. But come back, help the women's division.
Yeah, she can elevate
obviously, Paul Heyman with Roman. Paul Heyman's promos are always fire with Roman.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Uso. I mean, obviously. Hopefully it happens at Bad Blood, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe Bloodline attack them. And then Jimmy comes out and makes the save. That'll be fire.
Sorry. Okay, so tired. Anyways, let's get into AEW now. All right, let's get into AEW Dynamite this week. Dynamite was actually a lot of fun. It was pretty cool. But Collision was not good at all. We're not even going to talk about it. It was terrible. It was literally just a bunch of like throw in matches that nobody freaking cared about.
I still don't understand how they got that roster and can't put on 2 shows.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people like Collision. That's the thing. I just can't get behind it. It's terrible. I think it's like really boring to watch. I've tried watching it so many
boring.
times.
There's no storylines. It's just you have no idea who's gonna fight until you just watch it. And then it's just a lot of times it's independent people versus the good people.
And it's like a squash match.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who the hell wants to watch that?
That, or they just take like 3 or 4 wrestlers that put them on a tag team against 3 or 4 other wrestlers that and put them in a random tag team, and they just have a match. Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like, how they always have like eliminator matches and stuff like that?
Yeah.
At least put those on Collision. Like, those are competitive usually.
I don't know. It's just, I have no idea. But anyways, let's get into Dynamite, because Dynamite was actually fun. We had a Christian Cage promo open up the show, basically flaming Bryan Danielson, and says that his days as champions are numbered. Of course, the whole big storyline is ever since Bryan Danielson got choked out by Blackpool Combat Club with Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
We have nobody's heard from him, so like they're like, oh, like he's injured, quote unquote.
I mean, it's only been a week, but they act like he's been gone forever.
Yeah, for real. But they keep bringing it up. They brought it up like 4 times everywhere. It was like on Collision they brought it up like 10 times. It was hilarious.
So stupid.
Yeah. Anyways, after that we had a TNT Championship match between Jack Perry and Lio Rush. Fun little match. Of course, just a little showcase for Jack Perry, but it was still fun. Jack Perry did pick up the win. Obviously, he's not going to lose that title on a random freaking Dynamite.
I don't care when I don't get when people say Jack Perry has no aura. Like, I don't know. He won, and then when they try to interview him backstage, he said like, I forgot what he said. He said one thing. He walks into his freaking truck and drives away. Like, I don't know. I just think his character is actually decent.
I like really his character. Yeah.
A lot of people just hate. I don't get why they hate on him.
I don't know. Maybe because of the whole like CM Punk thing, I guess.
Man, that was like a year ago. Forget about it. It's over.
Yeah, no, I like Jack Perry. I'm a big fan of Jack Perry, and I like what he's doing. I just want him to have like a really good rivalry with the TNT Championship. He did with Darby. That was fun. I want him to have one with like Sammy Guevara or something like that. Which, by the way, we finally got Sammy on the freaking show. We can talk about that. Yeah. Ricochet versus Sammy Guevara. Great match, fun match, honestly. Ricochet did pick up the win. It's obvious though. Ricochet seems like he's going to go after Will Ospreay, so he just needs to pick up a couple wins to do so.
Yeah.
After that, Ricochet did get attacked by the Beast Mortals for some random freaking reason, and then Sammy helped him. So I guess Sammy is now face again.
But that's obviously the next match for Ricochet. Then the Beast Mortals.
Well, Sammy, I guess he's been a face for a while, but you know what I mean. Like, it's kind of weird. He just jumps back and forth. But yeah, Sammy's face now. Cool, whatever. Ricochet versus the Beast Mortals is definitely going to happen next week. Fine with that. Whatever. Cool. Fun match. Great. Just keep picking up those wins, and then you can go after Will Ospreay. We also had Blackpool Combat Club taking out Private Party and then cutting a promo. Basically, Pac just saying that they're there to stay. They're going to fix the problems in AEW, and it's their company now. This is the whole storyline where people think there's somebody else behind the scenes, and a lot of people are speculating that it's Shane O'Mac, Shane McMahon, which is, I think, wishful thinking, but also maybe not. My thing is,
especially with the evidence, the little evidence with like the photo and stuff, and then rumors.
Yeah, exactly. And there's just a couple of things that like point out that like possibly that is what's happening, but yeah,
it's a little hostile. It's a takeover, hostile takeover, which I think is pretty cool for AEW.
Yeah, no, I'm liking the storyline. I like that Pac finally has something to freaking do, because he was kind of just stuck in like in no man's land for months. So it's cool that he finally has something to do. He fits in with Blackpool Combat Club really well, I think.
They just look like a bunch of, I don't know, psychopaths,
bastards.
Bastards.
Yeah, no, I'm liking Pac in Blackpool Combat Club. I think he fits in perfect. His style is great there.
I don't know what's gonna happen with Wheeler Yuta. He didn't come on the show. Remember, he was helping Brian Days. Well, not helping. They were holding him back.
Well,
I don't know.
He had a match on Collision against a local talent. I guess I forgot his name, but he's been on.
He fits Blackpool Combat Club, but especially what they're doing now. I don't think for a while, but I felt like that for a while though.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. But then the match that he had on Collision was actually pretty cool. He he seemed like he was kind of out of it the first like couple of like minutes, like he just didn't want to be there and stuff. The guy ended up like, I think like he stomped on him or did something where like he kind of got mad, and Wheeler Yuta just got full blown angry and started beating the crap out of this guy, like literally like demolishing the guy, and just like beat the crap out of him for 5 straight minutes and then picked up the win.
Yeah,
and then
you
was
know
just
it's
pissed off
bad
and left.
when you just say the guy. You don't even know his name.
It's Collision. They just throw random people on there.
Yo, oh, remember what happened with we even on SmackDown real quick with the Kevin Owens when he brought out his tag team partner? It was like an independent wrestler that nobody knew.
Yeah,
Those are the type of guys that fight on Collision.
yeah. It's so
Like
dumb.
it's so stupid.
Yeah, funny. But anyways, yeah. Um, where the hell were we? Oh yeah, right here. Sorry, Darby Allin and John Moxley cut a promo. Of course, Darby is pissed that John turned on Bryan Danielson. Moxley tells Darby to hand over his title shot and challenges him to a number one at Grand Slam for that title shot. So yeah, we're finally gonna get that Darby Allin and John Moxley match that John Moxley's been asking for randomly the past couple weeks. I guess, but not randomly. I guess if you kind of think about it, I mean, Darby is like the heart and soul of AEW, and he says it's a hostile takeover. You obviously want to go after the heart and soul, take him out, and then boom, you can go after everybody else. So it kind of makes sense.
I think that I'm going for Moxley. I think
no, Moxley's getting that storyline. Yeah, Moxley's
Yeah.
getting that win. He definitely going to get that win for sure, and I'm looking forward to it. That match is going to be really fun. That match has never happened in AEW yet, so it's going to be fun that they're finally going to be able to cross paths and have that match.
I mean, they're both psychopaths. They're always bleeding, going crazy. So
yeah, that match is going to have a lot of fun spots for sure.
Especially Grand Slam. Grand Slam's always good.
Yeah, Grand Slam's always good.
Yeah. So
yeah, finally got that.
Like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, in 2 weeks I think it is. But finally got that. That's gonna be cool. Can't wait for it. Moving on, we had a women's championship. Oh,
wait, hold up. Yeah, your camera.
Yeah, let me fix that.
It just said E.
Let's see. I'm just gonna have to move it to this one.
Oh my god. Look like Caleb Plant.
Just kid, shut up. Anyways. Shadow Caleb. Dude's one of my favorite boxers.
He got the W yesterday, TKO. So.
Yeah, Shadow Caleb. Anyways, moving on. We also had the women's championship eliminator, Mariah May versus Queen Amada. Anamata.
It's Amamata.
Yeah. Which is, I guess, a kind of play of like Queen Amidala from Star Wars, I guess. Shout out Star Wars. But yeah, Mariah May picked up the win, as she should. Of course, Mariah May has been pretty fun the past couple weeks. She was also she was also like, on Collision. She cut a little promo there. It was a lot of fun.
After the match, she said like come back, Hikaru Shida. Like, please come back.
No, wasn't it Mina Shikakara?
I mean, sorry.
Yeah, Hikaru Shida.
Mina Shirakawa, Hikaru Shida, because she had a match with. She just had that match thing. I completely forgot.
She wants Mina. Yeah, she wants Mina back. She says that the title itself is meaningless without, without her, because obviously she wants her. And Mina looked conflicted during that match that Mariah May had against Toni Storm because she didn't know who to choose. And we haven't seen her the past couple of weeks, so hopefully she comes back soon. And then of course they can start that little rivalry there. Either she's friends with Mariah May, or they turn on each other and have banger matches, because that's gonna be a lot of fun to watch too. Because they have a lot of history together, especially with like Stardom and all that.
I mean, yeah, Toni Storm's probably on a long break. She deserves it. She was carrying the title for a while.
Well, no, she's been doing a lot of like promo and stuff for AEW outside of like wrestling, which is fun. I like that she's doing that.
Yeah, that's a good thing that AEW does. Their wrestlers always go out and do a lot of promo for them. They be showing up to like sports games and stuff like that.
Yeah, Anthony Bowens does a lot of that stuff where he's always going to like baseball games or something like that.
Swerve, he does it a lot. Obviously, he's always on concerts too and stuff because he's a rapper.
Yeah,
he actually just had an album like I think a few months ago to come out.
Yeah, he did. He has a lot of like connections too. Remember when like freaking Rick Ross was on Dynamite?
Oh my god!
Accusations. Yeah, that's just mad funny.
Then the last time we saw him, he got beat up in Canada.
Yeah, that's also true.
All right, whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, we had Learning Tree defeating Iron Savages. Learning Tree. What else can you say? Chris Jericho steals.
That's not even their name of the team. I don't know what to call them. I'm not gonna write all their names.
Yeah. Of course, Chris Jericho is mad at Darby. Not Darby. Mad at Orange Cassidy because he owes him $7,000. Cuts to his backpack. Yeah, exactly. It cuts to backstage where Orange Cassidy is like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna pay you," and then he dumps like pennies and coins into what is supposed to be Chris Jericho's new Bentley, and Chris Jericho's going like angry, pissed off. It didn't even look like, I know it looked like a lot because it was like a freaking barrel, but Like when it was in the car, it didn't even look that bad. You know what I mean? Like it probably scratched up a couple things, but it's like it's not that bad, bro. Like he was going insane.
It's a lot of freaking pennies. I don't know, but still, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine, whatever. Yeah, like obviously Chris Jericho's pissed, saying like, my new Bentley, just pissed, upset.
Yeah, this was kind of like little comedy type thing.
Yeah, I didn't care. I didn't care for it. Moving on, we had Nigel McGuinness come out, basically saying that he's angry at Bryan Danielson's success, says it should have been him, but of course his injuries kept him away. That Nigel was like the original, technical wrestler, greatest wrestler, blah blah blah. Which honestly, if you look at some of his old stuff, he was actually really good. He then of course makes him a match for himself. He asked Tony Khan for it at Grand Slam. Bryan Danielson versus Nigel McGuinness, and then of course it said if Bryan Danielson is clear to wrestle, but it's obvious he's going to be clear to wrestle.
Yeah, but this is the only thing about AEW. Like they're always mixing in storylines. Like, he's supposed to be in that storyline with Blackpool Combat Club, and then they had this separate thing for him. I think I don't like sometimes when they do that. Sometimes
I
it's
like
good,
it.
but like this one, I guess because Nigel McGuinness, obviously, I think it's pretty good. But I'm saying they do that a lot when they're like mixing up storylines. I think sometimes it gets annoying.
They faced each other like 15 years ago or something like that.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying.
So
there's
history.
Okay,
there's a lot of history between them, so I think it makes sense, especially if if you don't want to give this like the spotlight of Blackpool Combat Club versus Bryan Danielson, which makes perfect sense. I mean, Nigel hasn't wrestled him forever; he's just a commentator now, and just having it at Grand Slam, I'm fine with that. This is gonna be a banger of a match. I'm looking forward to it, and the crowd got behind it. I think they were pretty into it.
I mean, no, I'm not even talking about this specific one. I'm just saying they do that a lot in AEW about mixing up storylines.
Yeah.
And then sometimes even taking a break for like 2 weeks within a storyline and to have that person fight. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
they do that a lot.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's cool.
But that should be a banger. It's gonna if Bryan Danielson wins, I'm pretty sure he's gonna cut a promo after to Blackpool Combat Club, or they just attack him again. I don't know. You never know.
Yeah, we'll see. And they're definitely gonna attack him again for sure. And I think that's probably when they're gonna have Wheeler Yuta like make his decision on whether or not he's gonna stay with Bryan Danielson or of course the rest of BCC. But of course, moving on from that, we had the main event, which was a tag team casino gauntlet match between Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, and a bunch of other tag teams. Of course,
Private Party.
Yeah,
everybody.
It was basically the winner faces Young Bucks at Grand Slam for the titles. Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher won, which I'm super happy for because I think this is going to start planting the siege for Kyle Fletcher to finally turn on Will Ospreay and go after that title. Obviously, the big plan right now is Ricochet versus Will Ospreay. However, I think they can start playing the siege. Like maybe they lose. Kyle Fletcher's a little upset. Have a couple weeks between the Ricochet and Will Ospreay match, and then they had their match, and then of course Kyle Fletcher finally turns on Will Ospreay, tries to go after the title. That'd be a freaking banger if they do that.
Yeah, they did it like before the match, like when Don Callis and Kyle Fletcher, they had to convince Will Ospreay to do the tag team because he even said, "Oh, I'm kind of tied up with a lot of stuff. I'm busy."
Yeah.
Before, and then it was Kyle Fletcher and Don Callis that had to convince him. So that kind of like tells you like he didn't even want to do it. So I don't know. He can mention that. Like, oh, you were never a part of Don Callis' family, or you never actually committed to it.
Yeah, or you forgot about us. You forgot about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that storyline's gonna be a banger. The Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay when they have
Kyle Fletcher,
it's gonna be freaking fire.
Kyle Fletcher's a beast.
No, for real. That's what I'm saying. That rivalry is gonna be a banger, and I'm obviously wait for Ricochet versus Will Ospreay because you already planted those seeds. Have that match, and then you can have Kyle Fletcher turn on it. But they're already starting to plant the seeds, which I'm so freaking happy about.
This is another thing, but this is good. But this is another example of mixing storylines. He's in the thing with Ricochet, but then he's also on the tag team facing the Young Bucks for the titles. It's good though. This is actually really good. I'm excited. But I'm saying this is another example of like them mixing storylines. A lot of sometimes it's good, sometimes it's kind of horrible. But this is a good example. This is really good.
No, I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for that rivalry. Ricochet versus Will Ospreay is obviously gonna be a banger, but I think Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay is gonna be freaking amazing. Especially
that's a storyline. Yeah, that's a storyline. That's a history, friends, Don Callis family getting involved because Don Callis, you already know when he's on the mic.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny.
He talks a lot of shit, but he's good at it. So it's gonna be fire.
But yeah, that was basically it for Dynamite. Like I said, we're not really gonna cover Collision this week because it was so boring. We talked about a couple things that happened on there. I mean, that's good enough.
Yeah, you can put Guevara, Ricochet, keep them on there. trying to think. There's so many guys. House of Black, FTR, which they always on.
They're always on there.
I'm trying to
think doesn't help, honestly, unfortunately.
Adam Copeland, he's out for a while with that injury, but when he comes back, keep him on Collision.
Miro's supposed to come back, so
put Christian Cage if you want on Collision after the little thing the little match he has with Bryan Danielson or whoever wins the title. And there's so many other guys. Keep them on that show if you want to split the rosters. I mean, you can still have obviously changing show up on both, but like you need to. Remember, they were doing it already when they had CM Punk, Samoa Joe. It was starting to get big. It started out really good.
I mean, at first it was literally just for CM Punk and like to have like his own show, quote unquote.
FTR, Samoa Joe was on there. It was good though, but then now, yeah, they kind of gonna have to do that again. Split. I mean, they can show up on both still, obviously, but mostly split a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, that was basically it for this week of wrestling. Yeah, we have next week of wrestling. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, Jimmy freaking makes his return. I don't see it coming anytime soon, though. I feel like they're probably just going to wait till Bad Blood. Yeah, they're going to wait for the pay-per-view, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I have a lot of potential returns coming up. A lot of potential rivalries that should start soon, aka the freaking Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes thing. It looks like it's not going to happen for a while now. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, for that to happen, they're gonna do Randy versus Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
because they're gonna do that first,
I guess, unless Randy takes out Kevin for a long time. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe as always. We'll be back next week, of course, for more wrestling. Yeah, of course, we'll be in person next week. Just couldn't do it this week. Tired.
Go Patriots.
Go Patriots. We're gonna pick up another win this week. Yes. Yeah, we're gonna go undefeated.
Yes,
all behind our defense because our offense is not good.
Yeah, Briss's not gonna do it.
Yeah, but anyways, like, comment, subscribe as always. We'll see you guys next week. Love you guys so much. Peace.